It was a great game, great environment. I mean, it wasn't a great game, but the environment was great. Auburn was ready to go. We weren't. You know, it's for first place. They came out, played like it was for first place. We played like we'd still be in first place if we won, which is a little disappointing because we could have separated ourselves a little bit, and we didn't. So now I'm guessing, I haven't looked at the scores, I'm guessing we're in a four-way tie in the loss column in first place. So, you know, we've got some work to do in these last 8 games. You know, they were better than us. They played harder. You know, they out-rebounded us. They were up on the glass most of the night. They took advantage of our smaller lineup inside. They turned us over. We didn't turn them over. A lot of the effort stats that you look at, rebounds, turnovers, they were better than us. So we got to go back. We got to play harder. You know, they were definitely a better team, more prepared. They were ready to go tonight.
Coach, when we were at Coleman, you kind of said if your team came out like this on the road, they wouldn't win. Was it a different scenario that you envisioned with the team, how they played at Coleman, or is this kind of a different scenario?
I mean, we didn't play very well at the beginning of that game. We were better on offense this game, but our defense, like, you know, it's like we're content with just trading baskets. We had no problem scoring at the beginning of the game, but you know, I think about after the first 2 media timeouts, I think it was on pace to be about 110 or 120 to 90 or 100 or whatever. You know, like we're going to have a shootout. Like, so it's great that our offense can be clicking, and then it wasn't. So then when, you know, your defense isn't there and your offense goes away, then they open up a big lead, which is what happened. And then, you know, I give them a lot of credit. They were down 14 at the half at our place. They came out in the second half, played really hard, and got back in the thing. We were down 14. We didn't come out and do much damage. I think maybe we cut it to 11 at one point. I think I don't know how close it got, but it didn't get that close. They did a great job of keeping their foot on the gas and making sure we didn't get back in the game.
Inside, I mean, they I think had a pretty big point disparity at the end of the first half. Is that an effort issue for you guys, or is there kind of something schematically that you guys need to get back and find?
I mean, look, we you know, we didn't want to double because I saw other teams that doubled and gave up a bunch of threes to them. In hindsight, as bad as we lost, maybe we should have doubled more and, you know, and then tried to rotate around and try to take the three away. You know, they only hit 5 threes tonight. Problem is they went to the free throw line 50 times and shot 40 out of 50 free throws, and they're bigs. 9 for 10, 9 for 11 between their starting 4 and 5 and Williams and Broom, and they're both good. They're two of the better. I mean, they may have the best front court when you look at a 4 and a 5 in the league, and we didn't do a very good job of it. You know, and part of it's we started small and they punished us, and we got to have a better answer for it if we're going to continue to start small like that.
Yeah, Coach, we saw you guys have a season high 32 fouls tonight. And there's been a bit of foul trouble all season. So what can you guys do going forward to limit the amount of fouls?
We got to be more disciplined. Some of them are just bad fouls. We got to stay in front of the ball better. You know, guys get beat and they're fouling if they get beat. We got to do a better job in the post. Some of our guys just aren't fouling. Scouting report stuff. Like, we tell you what the guy's going to do, and they do exactly what we tell you they're going to do, and we don't do a very good job guarding it. So, I mean, there's multiple reasons. You know, some of it's effort. I mean, a team that plays harder sometimes fouls less because they're in position and they're where they're supposed to be. And when you're a step late and you're not where you're supposed to be, you end up fouling.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about the size mismatch and how they kind of took some advantage of that. Was that something that you anticipated them being able to do, and did you ever think about going with bigger lineups to combat that? Was the thought process there?
Yeah, I mean, we did go with bigger lineups. We played Jaron at the 4 with Grant at the 5. We played Grant at the 4 with Pringle at the 5. We played Mo Diabate, Jaron, and a 5 together at times. I mean, we were probably better on Williams when we did that, but even some of our big guys got posted and scored on. So, you know, I like maybe going small got him going, and then he just had his confidence going. You know, for Williams to score 26 and only hit 1 3, you know, he did a lot of damage at the free throw line and in the paint. So, yeah, we didn't really debate starting bigger, but we definitely went bigger at times in the game, and it didn't do much.
Yeah, Nate, as far as you talk about how good those guys are in their front court, I mean, is that something where it's just a matter of learning from it, or is there legitimate concern about how you guys can handle guys inside long term?
I mean, we've had issues with front court guys all year, to be honest with you. I mean, we had that stretch of 3 games with Edie and Ballo and Kalkbrenner, and we didn't do a very good job on, for sure, Edie and Ballo. We foul too much. We're not in position. We let it get in too easy. We get ducked in too easy. I thought Grant did a really good job on Tolu Smith. That's probably the one game that I can remember off the top of my head that we played a legitimate post-up big that if we've done a decent job on. Other than that, we haven't, we tried to double at times and different doubles. We give up threes, but it's an issue. We got to be better inside.
Coach, we've seen what Riley can do, especially out on the arc, and there was a couple times those threes were momentum shifts for you guys. What does he have to do specifically to maybe be that next guy up or a go-to guy like Mark Sears?
Yeah, I mean, he shot it well both games against them. So, he had the one drive tonight that he scored off of. He got to be able to get downhill when they press up into him a little bit more. And again, like, he's small at the 4. We're trying to go with the 4 guards. We need him to do a little bit better job defensively. Like as well as he shot it from 3, his plus minus wasn't very high tonight. Like he was the worst on our team, even though he's typically been one of our better defenders. But we've been putting him on guard, so we're gonna have to figure out whether, if teams have post up bigs like Williams, can he? Is it smart for us to leave the starting lineup the way it is and leave him on him? It didn't work tonight, but offensively he's getting better and better. He's shooting it well. He's been better in pick and rolls. He can get downhill, but probably need to get him downhill a little bit more when he's getting pressed up into like they were.
2 more, Michael. What were the blue collar points tonight?
They beat us by 25. I got it. We had it charted at 96.5 to 71.5. We almost had 120. I think we had 118 against Mississippi State. So we had almost half of what we had last game. So we didn't play hard enough. We had multiple guys that played enough minutes that had, 1, 1.5, 2. It's not 3. Like, guys that played 30 minutes had 3 blue collar points. We didn't play hard enough tonight.
Coach Mark Sears led your team in points, rebounds, and assists tonight. Can you talk about the load he had to carry in this one?
Yeah, I mean, he's been our best player all year. It wasn't. They know. Auburn knows who scores our points. They did a pretty good job on him for most of the game. He got loose at times, but we got to have some other guys step up. We got to have some other guys rebound it better. He did play almost 37 minutes, so he was in there more than everybody to get more rebounds. But got to have some other guys be able to make some plays, maybe play him off the ball a little more. And honestly, we need Mark to play better defense. Like, we're not going to be able to win at the level we're used to winning at around here if he's not better for us on defense. But we do need some guys to step up, help him out on offense a little bit more.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.